My global JAMAICANOMICS Caribbean collective. Let me state something to you. One of the most famous business lessons in history is something called acres of diamond. And I want you to hear me out carefully because more than likely you've heard about this. The idea is very, very simple. Many people travel across the world looking for opportunity while ignoring the opportunities that already exist around them, actually right in their backyard. And sometimes I really honestly believe the Caribbean is experiencing that same exact problem. And we have been experiencing it for years. Let's get right into the video. I am Lady Elizabeth, and here is point number one. What does acres of diamond really mean? The phrase acres of diamond comes from a famous story about a farmer who sold his land to search for diamonds in other countries. He spent years and years searching and eventually died very poor. But the man who bought his original farm later discovered that the land he sold was sitting on one of the richest diamond mines in the world. That lesson was powerful because had that man who sold the land been alive, he would have lived to regret it. Sometimes the opportunity we search for is already right where we are, right in our backyard. You remember the previous video I talked about 95% of the opportunities, especially right now because I'm Jamaican, in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa, is not beach tourism. Beach tourism is only 5%. Opportunity is often my global JAMAICANOMICS collective. So it's often hidden in plain sight. And you have to be very astute and very aware and looking out for it. Point number two. Caribbean people were trained to look elsewhere. That came as a result of colonialism. We actually went from colonial enslavement to colonialism to emancipation, thinking we're free, straight into hustle. So we were literally thrown into hustle. We were not given any reparations and we were not given any emotional healing, trauma, help at all. Straight into hustle. And we're still doing the same exact thing 60 years from the time Jamaica, 60 something years from the time Jamaica got independence. The same thing happened for the global Caribbean. For generations, Caribbean people, right, they were trained, they have been taught, right, they have been taught something very, very subtle. We were taught that opportunity lives abroad. Go abroad, get a good job, send home money, work hard somewhere else. And a lot of Jamaicans and global Caribbeans gave the best years of their life to the Western society. And unfortunately, AI is here to change that. And we're going to get more into that in other videos. And while many people have built very successful lives abroad, the mindset that sometimes make us overlook the resources and opportunities that exist within our own communities, that's the mindset. Here is what I'm trying to tell you. Mental conditioning shapes economic behavior. Point number three. When you really start to study the Caribbean, right? Just sit back and study the Caribbean. Something becomes very clear. Just sit back. Because sometimes when you can sit alone and reflect, and I do a lot of that all the time, something becomes very, very clear. We have natural resources of the yang yang. And if you're Jamaican and Caribbean, you know what yang yang means. We have agriculture. We have land that's literally fertilized itself with all the leaves and all the years of trees, leaves dropping off the trees and refertilizing the land. We have diaspora networks. We have creative industries. We have chutzpah. We are a land and a global Caribbean community full of entrepreneurial people. Yet many of these opportunities remain underdeveloped or disconnected. Have you ever thought that God birthed you in that land, even if you go abroad, to come back and do something? The amount of opportunities, the amount of problems that are in Jamaica now, the amount of problems that's in Barbados, all over, needs to be solved. Who is going to solve them? Do you guys really want the Western non-Jamaicans to come and solve them? I think not. Here is where, here's what I'd like you to know. Here's a point I'm going to bring out in this number 3. Potential without coordination remains unused. Point number 4. The power of small businesses, the power of micro businesses. We're not talking about the multi-million-dollar Tesla and a multi-million-dollar what the name of this company? So many of them are Wendy's and McDonald's. I mean, you're free to do that if you want to. One of the things I realized over time is that transformation doesn't always begin with massive corporations. No. Let me tell you something. Elon Musk started in his, I think in his garage or something. Amazon, Jeff Bezos started in his garage selling books. That's how it started. A small business earning $50,000 a year can completely, let me say it again, a small business earning $50,000 a year can completely transform the financial stability of any family living in the Caribbean, the average family, because you don't earn that right now. It might be a struggle in America, but I'm telling you, in the Caribbean, we have so much natural resources. If every family listening to me, if 100,000 families right now in Jamaica, just one, I'm not asking for the whole million, 100,000, say we go join Jamaicanomics Global Collective, and we are going to follow what Lady Elizabeth is saying, and we're going to work together and get ideas back and forth. I can tell you, $50,000 a year will solve most of your problems, and you know what I'm talking about is true. Because most of you over 40 is ready to go back home. Put it in the chat. Most of you, I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready to start contributing. Multiply that across families, and you will begin to see the power of local economic activity. Here is what I wanted to get from this particular point. Micro businesses can reshape Jamaica. Micro business can reshape the global Caribbean nation. Micro businesses can reshape communities. Point number 5. The diaspora over 40 have a massive role to play. There are millions and millions of Caribbean people living around the world. We're all over. Many have gained knowledge, as we said in the previous video, skills, and experience in different industries, in different countries, different cultures. We have learned to be smarter and wiser. Imagine what could happen if more people began thinking about how these experiences could literally contribute to building stronger economic systems back home in Jamaica, Barbados, Bahamas, St. Kitts Nevis, Trinidad and Tobago, Montserrat, wherever you're from. Here is a point I wanted to get from this section. Diaspora collaboration can unlock new opportunities that you're not seeing right now. Here is my closing message to all of you that are listening to me, because I know you're listening. I know you are listening because these things are resonating with you. Because they resonated with me. When I reflect on these ideas, my Jamaicanomics Global Collective, I often think about the concept of acres of diamond. Sometimes the opportunities we're searching for in distant places is already sitting quietly in our own Jamaican, Bajan, Bahamian, St. Kitts Nevis, Barbuda, Montserrat, Santa Domingo, wherever you're from in the Caribbean, it's already sitting in your own backyard. It's time for you to begin to see it. Here is my call to action for my beautiful, amazing Caribbean rebuilders over 40. If you are interested and you're very, very serious about exploring ideas about Caribbean economic development and rebuilding stronger opportunities for our communities back home, I invite you. Take action. Don't just sit and listen to me. Don't let me waste my intellectual or whatever you want to call it experiences. Please. Please. I invite you to take a look at something I created. It's called the JAMAICANOMICS Rebuilder's Guide. It's not perfect, but what it does, let me tell you what it does. Inside this guide, I do share principles and ideas about economic rebuilding and how Jamaican and Caribbean people can begin to think differently about opportunities around them. You can find the link right below in this video. Here is my closing line to you, because I'm not going to force you to do anything. If you truly want to rebuild and go back home, if you truly want to begin the process, you will purchase the collective, the Rebuilder's Guide. You will, because it's a no-brainer. And you're sitting down, listening, and eating up the content. You know the content is good. Subscribe. If one thing resonates with you, if I'm telling the truth one time, subscribe. Because you're going to benefit from this. The future of the Caribbean may not depend on discovering new diamonds, but on finally recognizing the new and hidden opportunities that we already have that's been existing for years and years and years. My JAMAICANOMICS Global Collective, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. You know you're getting something good. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm learning too. But I want to hear from you. I just don't want you to sit and just listen to me. I want to hear from you. Even if our ideas don't match, it's okay. Because it gives me an idea to say, all right then, I need to think differently about this. But we need to start communicating. We need to start talking. Go ahead and get your JAMAICANOMICS Rebuilder's Guide. You will be glad you did. Thank you so much for spending the past 13 minutes with me. I appreciate your time. I don't take it for granted. I know you work hard. And you're taking the time out today, whatever day it is, to listen to what I have to say, because something is igniting inside of you. Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.